Welcome to this new Addon Spotlight. In this Addon Spotlight we're gonna look at the Ryan Navion, which is a nice small aircraft, as you can see. It's currently only provided with one livery, and that's this one. It's the US Air Force, the Air Training Command livery. It's still in progress, so keep that in mind, right? So if we look at the details from the outside, right, the exterior review, it looks really nice. You can see some nice details. Also, if we're coming closer to it, you can see that it's really nicely modeled. Clear signs. Going to the other side, we see the same. We see only one pilot, right? See a pilot name on it. So let's see if we can, say, move the controls a bit. Yes, also works. Nice. So you can see they spend a lot of time on getting this one working. Also, if you look at the, I would say, bottom part, right? The wheels, the wheel details, and the lights, nicely detailed. The propeller on the front, nice silver. So let's look at the inside. So this is the inside. You can see it's a small cockpit. A lot of, I would say, gouges. It looks like all the gouges are really optimized because they're from high quality, as you can see. Then here we've got the flaps and the throttle, including the propeller and the mixture, followed by the airflow. On the bottom there are the lights. So let's see. No, that's not an option. We can't move the choke yet, but that will probably be an option in the, say, near future. We have the gear light, which will probably show us when the gear is up. We've got the master switches, like the battery and the alternator. And here's the cabin lighting, which has been hidden behind the stick. Then we've got the total fuel quantity, which we can see here. The parking brakes, the fuel selector, that's it's also working. Nice, nice. The landing gear, the flaps, of course, the trim. And then on the left side, the primer, the glare shield lighting. And then here we've got the navigation radios, including the different buttons which we can use, and the buttons to change the frequency, the hot air, and we've got the hydraulic shut off. Here we've got the artificial horizon and the banking meter, I would say, don't know the correct wording of that, the RPMs, the pressures. Then here we also have some buttons, ELT, not sure what it stands for, and the transponder itself, right? So other than that, there is nothing, right? So we've got, I can also, I'll say, take some passengers with us, and you can also see the glare, nicely detailed, and also the inside. You can see a lot of cool things happening. In front of us is the navigation system, and I would say, okay, probably these buttons, that's the work in progress which they are referring to, that requires some further modeling based on the quality of the other buttons. That's probably a matter of time. So let's see if we can switch on the aircraft. We can see the gear and the gear lights. Nice. Switch on the navigation lights. You've got the hydraulic switch. For some reason that one doesn't work yet. We've got the cabin lighting, we've got the strobes. So let's switch on some lighting, and you can already see it blinking. So if we now go to the outside, you can see that the strobe is already blinking. I can see that there are lights burning on the wings. You see it? On the tail there's a small light. On the front, landing lights or something, and don't see them yet, but that's probably model work which needs to be performed. This is the magneto. This one also probably requires some further attention, but hey, come on. It's, I would say, work in progress, so we shouldn't complain too much. Landing light, I don't see the light here yet, even if we switch it on. So let's see if we can start the engines. Probably we've got to do something. Maybe the fuel selector, not sure. These ones are full set. Hydraulic switch. Could it be the hydraulic switch? We can't switch it on. Okay, challenge. Hydraulic shut off. Oh, maybe we should press this button. The starter one. It looks like it's missing some fuel. Move it to the central point again. Also not. Come on. Fuel switch pump? Probably that was the one. Even that one isn't it? A switch. This is all set. Let me see if we missed something. The nice thing is that you can't see it right now, but there's also a checklist which is being provided by the developer of this aircraft included. So maybe I should look at that one shortly. So let me look at it. So inside the zip file, it contains the checklist, but it also contains a PDF document. It's the B4 gunner Navion, which gives you some more information about the aircraft, or some, say, the cruise speed, the fuel capacity, etc. And also in this one is included a screenshot of the takeoff procedure and also the run-up sequence. So fuel, magnetos on, yeah, brake is set, fuel pump is off. Not sure if we set it to hydraulic power on. I do think it's the hydraulic power which is, say, causing the issue in our case. So let's switch off the fuel pump in that case. Let's see if we can move around and, say, get some insights on the hydraulic button. Then we probably need to, here you can see it. I'm not sure how I can pull to turn on. I'm not sure how this works, right? So I would say using the mouse doesn't work. Because probably that's the issue. Let me press Ctrl E. No, it's still switched to off, so I'm not sure what it does differently, to be honest. So that's probably something I need to figure out, right? Because from my perspective, I think I did exactly the same as what we're doing now. Simply switch the magneto. But it looks like something more is happening. Okay, this is interesting. Let me press the Ctrl E again. Kind of weird. I don't have a clarification for it why it works, but for now there's a workaround by pressing the Ctrl E key. If you found the workaround, let me know, because I'm also interested in that one. It looks like that the checklist is pretty well developed. It's also containing the hydraulic power on, but for some reason I can't turn it on. Fuel pump says off and on. We did it. Magnetos, masters on, alternator and generator battery. Yeah, I'm really hold, push start or until the engine starts. Maybe that's the issue. So let me give it one more try. So we need to push this one full. Oh. I'm really puzzled about this one. You can see that it does exactly the same, right? So if you push the starter, it does this, but it doesn't work. So we're enough played around. We're gonna see if we can start flying with this aircraft. So probably I'm missing something somewhere. If you know it or if you found something, then let me know what I need to push, because I'm really curious. So I'm gonna remove the parking brakes. Gonna turn the aircraft. Gonna see if we can take off, right? So we're entering runway 16 or 36 and 18. We probably don't need the entire length of the runway, so let's see if we can make a turn here. So we've just switched the flaps. As you can see, the flaps are now set. That also works. So let's see if we can take off, right? So we're gonna remove the parking brake. I'm gonna go full steam ahead. Let's go inside the aircraft. Probably is a better idea. Here we go. You can see that all the gauges are working as far as I can see now. Right, you can see the speed, you can see the RPMs, you can see the climb rate, you can see the compass, the turning rate also works. Also hydraulic pressure, the needles are working correctly. Also the trim does work. The only thing which doesn't work is, I would say, the navigation or the, I would say, flight planner, which is probably needs to come here. But other than that, it's, let's say, working nicely. So let's reduce the propeller. So let's see if that works. That also works fine. Probably need to speed up a little bit more. And here we are flying with our aircraft, right? So let's do the gears in, gears up. See that the lights are switching off, right? So that's also a good thing. And here we are with the aircraft. We're now in the air. Reduce the flaps. So it flies nicely, I would say. It's also not too hard to fly with, so that's cool. If we look from the top right, so we can see also it's also from a distance, it's, I would say, looks really cool. all the details, all the different colors, all the text, the signs. So let's see how it turns. Actually, I also see that the most internal things have been modeled right there. There are some things which still require some attention, like this piece, but overall it looks good. Also, the navigation doesn't look like to work yet. So it's more I would say the flying instruments are working, but it's really the navigation and the radio which are not working. So if you're, I would say, a fan of, I would say, the older aircraft, this might be, let's say, a nice one. But keep in mind that not everything is working yet. But again, it still is in development. So also the cameras are working. So I'm now pushing left and it zooms in. I would say that's a decision right of the developer which they made. But I would say it would make more sense if we would really look left and right. But other than that, I would say it's really nicely flying. So with this, we also end this video. So in this video, we looked at the Ryan Navion, created by B4 Gunner. And I would say it's a really nice aircraft to fly with. It still is work in progress. So keep in mind that you're, I would say, flying with it using the right expectations, so don't expect that everything is working currently. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.